Hi friends, so about an hour from the house, Michael had to do a continuing education class today, and I decided I'm gonna roll along with him at Goodwill, and we're gonna go in here and see what they got. So let's go see. Y'all, I thought this was the most beautiful bowling picture, but look at the price on this thing. That is absolutely ridiculous. And I couldn't talk to y'all in the store because of the music, but they had it locked up in this case and I couldn't even look at it. Y'all, look at these shirts. This one right here, denim, with the little sections of it sectioned off. These wild colors, gemstones, gold beading. Yeah, this is like an 80s teacher shirt. You know that you had a teacher that wore this in the 80s. And then look at this one, cowgirl. We wore these on picture day with our bangs sprayed up and our hair teased in a ponytail. And look at this one. This is cottagecore, granny chic. You know that if you're into cottagecore, you want this shirt. If you had to choose between the first one, the second one, or the third one to buy today, which one would you buy? That's what I want to know. My lips are getting chapped. Every time that I'm out and about, like yesterday we was on the go all day, and today we've been on the go all day. Well, I dropped Michael off for his continuing education class or whatever it is, his test. And I must lick my lips a lot because they get chapped every time I'm on the go. But anyhow, I was driving down the road here, coming to the big Hobby Lobby, the big fancy Hobby Lobby, and went to Goodwill, but I didn't find I'm changing topics. My mind is like crazy. I went to Goodwill, found absolutely nothing really. Goodwill here is awful. And this is, every time I come here to the Goodwill, it is like the worst Goodwill in existence. They never have anything. I think it's because this is a bigger area and just everything gets bought so quickly that as soon as they put it out, it's gone. That's my excuse for it anyway. But anyhow, it's a sucky Goodwill. So now I am at big Hobby Lobby. And coming between the two, there's like a stretch that comes by the river. I was coming down through there and there's like about 6 to 10 geese. These big old geese. And they's like on the grass over here by the river, just chilling out, doing their geese things. And all of a sudden, one of them decided he wanted to himself. And he just randomly, and I was like doing about 15 miles an hour, just coming down through there. And he just randomly just walked himself right out in front of my vehicle. And here I am like, he's lucky that I was paying attention. Because if I was my crazy self, I would not have seen him that quick. Because he literally just stepped right out in front of me like, I don't even know how many feet. 5 feet in front of me. I don't know. 10 feet. Just enough for me to barely be able to see he was in front of me. For me to hit my brake and stop. I mean, I was like, it wasn't that dramatic because I was just going like 15. But anyhow, I was like, crazy goose. Get out of the way. Do you want me to be a goose killer? But anyway, I was almost a goose killer. Then I went to McDonald's because I needed something to drink. And I had a bottle of water in this car. But it, for some reason, must have been sitting right in the sun when I was in Goodwill. And it's hotter than cat pee. It's not hot outside, but it must have been just like the way it was sitting directly in the sun. Because it was cold when I went in there, but now it's like steamy. The water is. And it's been a morning, y'all. Let me tell you, it has been a morning. Let me explain several of the reasons why. Oh, y'all. My life. Okay, first of all, my leg. First, I want to thank God that when I woke up this morning, my leg was okay because I brought my cane with me that I borrowed from Mom just in case, because I knew I'd be over here walking around a lot today. But Michael had to be over here at this specific time because this is like a big deal. He has to pass this test today, and I go to get in the car, start to buckle up. My seatbelt's locked up. Like, I cannot get it to unlock. And I'm like, Michael, I can't get in this stupid seatbelt to unlock. And he's like, just yank on it. And I was like, okay, y'all, this car is like older than dirt anyhow. And he keeps saying, we're going to have to get a new car. And I'm like, not till the wheels fall off of this one. And like literally the wheel fell off once and he fixed it. He fixed it. And then like once we was driving down the road and the gas tank fell down and he fixed that. Like he can fix anything. And it's not just like a duct tape fix. Like he can fix anything. So he keeps saying, we need to get a new car. And I'm like, not when we can keep fixing everything. You know, if you can fix it, I don't want a car payment. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if we are the oldest vehicle sitting in the parking lot. I do not care as long as like we're safe enough to drive. As long as it's safe enough to drive, you know. Listen, don't get on to me about the wheel and the gas tank not being safe. Just don't even start. But anyway, I was like, as long as it gets us from point A to point B, we're good. So anyhow, today the stupid seatbelt locked up and I couldn't get the seatbelt around me because it wouldn't come out of the thing at all. I mean, you couldn't pull it out at all. And so I was like, what are we going to do? I was like, I can just stay home. And he was like, no, you're going to go so you can go do your thing and see all the stores that like you normally don't get to see because where we live, there's no stores. We have a Walmart like 20 minutes away. But anyway, so I was like, well, how am I going to ride? I'm not driving that far because it's like way over an hour away. And I'm like, I'm not driving that far without a seatbelt on. I'm like, I'm just not. If we get in a wreck, I'll get killed. And I was like, I guess I have to ride in the back. And so I rode in the back seat because he didn't have time to fix it. He didn't have time to fool with it because we just left right on time. And so we let the front seat all the way forward. I got in the back seat, sat in the back, buckled up in the back, and he took the headrest off the front so that I could like see over the front. And he's like, after I get done over there, I'll fix the seatbelt so you don't have to ride in the back on the way home. Oh, geez. And then we was coming over through here. The heat in the car wouldn't work. It was like there was a frost on the ground this morning, like a hard frost. It was like frozen outside, and there was no heat in this car. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's like low on antifreeze, but it got us here. We got here, and then I've been driving it all over everywhere. And Michael put some stuff in it, and the heater's working now. So anyway, it's been a day. It's been a day. Then I almost killed a goose. So, oh, the laughing times, the laughing times. These are the days of our lives. Or is it as the world turns? But anyway, when I was in Goodwill, I recorded a few things to show you guys, but they didn't, like I said, it was a sucky Goodwill. What few things they had that I would have actually wanted to look at, they had them in cases locked up. Like, how can I look at it? And y'all got it in a case without having to ask somebody, and I'm not going to ask somebody every 2 seconds. Like, can I see this? Can I see that? Can you unlock this case? Can you unlock that case? No, I'm not doing that. Not at Goodwill when somebody gave you that stuff. Come on. I'm going to let my knee rest a minute. I actually thought that I would go to the library because usually they have like comfortable seats where I could prop up my leg in a more comfortable position. And just rested a while before I went in there, but I decided not to. I even brought me a book to read in case I got bored and didn't want to spend the whole time shopping, or if my leg was hurting or whatever. I think I'll go on Hobby Lobby and see what they got, which I'm sure they've got lots of things that I'll like, but yeah, it's not really vintage stuff, even though I'm sure I'll find something that I need. I'm trying to do a low buy, no buy, but I'm failing miserably. I'm failing at life. But yeah, anyway. And then I might go in Marshall's. Y'all. I like Marshall's, but Marshall's don't like me. It's always so crazy in there, and oh, I don't know. I used to like to go in there when I liked Ray Dunn, because sometimes they had Ray Dunn. But now, every time I go in there, I usually like their pillows and quilts and stuff, and they want $25 for 2 pillows, and I'm not paying that. And so, I usually don't buy anything when I go in there these days. I may go look anyhow, since I've got hours to waste till Michael gets done with his test. Cross your fingers and send up some prayers that, or do it in reverse, send up some prayers and then cross your fingers that he passes his test. Anyway, let's go in and check out Hobby Lobby. Hi friends, so where did I leave y'all off at? I think I was going to go into Hobby Lobby when I talked to you guys last. So I did go into Hobby Lobby. I walked like every inch of that store and looked at all the things. And honestly, the only thing I walked out of that store buying was a 4-pack of eggs for Easter. The eggs are shaped like chocolate bunnies. 4 little chocolate bunnies, and they're at home, so I'll have to show you guys my haul later. But that's like literally the only thing I bought, and it was like $2.49, so I paid like 40% off. I paid like $1 and something for it. That's what I walked out of Hobby Lobby with after I went through every single aisle. I didn't see anything that I needed or wanted or desired to purchase. There was like one photo. Michael's over here taking pictures of some kind of plant. I don't know what he's trying to see if it is poison ivy or something over here. What was it? He didn't figure out what it was. So don't touch it if you don't know what it is. Who's doing it? It looks like a chestnut to me. What is that? Was a buckeye? Did it really? I'm smart. I said it looks like a chestnut. It's a little sprout of a tree, and I said it looks like a chestnut, and he said no, and I was like, what is it, a buckeye? Which y'all know because y'all sitting here listening to me. It's a buckeye tree coming up, which you can't eat buckeyes, and they can kill the animals if they eat them, so you don't need that. But anyway, if anybody needs a buckeye tree, I know where one's at. I just brought of one. Anyway, so I left Hobby Lobby. Michael still wasn't done with his test. I went into Marshall's. When I was in Marshall's, I looked through all the Easter dresses because I really wanted to find me an Easter dress before Easter. They had so many Easter dresses for like all sizes up to extra large. I didn't see like maybe one 2X, and then I seen one 3X dress, and it was solid black. It was a very pretty dress, but I don't want to wear solid black on Easter. And so I didn't even try it on. I did look through some of the other clothes, and I found one shirt, 2 pairs of pants. The shirt was like a linen shirt, and it was like navy and white striped. The sleeves was like rolled up on the sides, and I should have took pictures while I was in there, but I was just trying to hurry it up and get in and out, because I knew that it was getting close to maybe Michael being done. And so, what is attacking me? Oh my gosh, I hope that's a bird and not a snake. Michael, what is over here? Let's hope it's a bird. These shrubs behind me has something making its way through them. If it's a snake, y'all gonna hear a lot of screaming. I ended up walking out of Marshall's with nothing. I didn't go like through the home section and all that, because while I was in the changing room, Michael sent me a message and said he was finished with his test, and I had to load up and go pick him up. And so when I picked him up, I was like, did you pass your test? And he's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? He won't know for like 10 days or something if he passed his test or not. But I mean, he studied a lot, so I'm thinking he's going to get 100, I think. Gosh, y'all, I'm scared there's a snake in this bush. Whatever it is. It's bouncing this bush around. It's scaring me. We left there, we went to the animal shelter and we looked at the dogs, which a lot of their animals were out being spayed and neutered today. So they mainly just had like their older big dogs there, and there wasn't any dogs that we were really interested in. And because what we're looking for actually, if we get a dog, is a pup, because we want to raise it up with our family. And then we also looked at the cats and kittens. And again, if we get one, we want it to be a kitten so we can raise it up with our family. Well, they didn't have any, but they were all like out getting spayed, the ones that's ready to adopt. But they had some cats that had just had kittens this week, and they wanted me to take those cats and foster them and take the kittens and like keep as many of the kittens as I want, and then when they get 2 weeks old, bring them back and they would spay them. And I was like, they spay them at 2 weeks? And they was like, yeah. And I was like, well, but anyhow, I was like, I don't know about that, because I don't really want to be responsible for like a bunch of kittens. And then some of the moms of those kittens were like a little bit super protective of their kittens, and I don't know that I want to deal with a super protective mommy. But anyhow, there were some really, really cute kittens in there though, so I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I'll do it or not though. But anyway, that's what we did there. And then after we left there, Michael wanted to run by Rural King, so we went by Rural King, and we didn't really buy a lot there. I think we left with some beef sticks and some stuff to do some target practice. And I'm not gonna go into any more detail than that, but yeah, that's about it at Rural King. Rural King has some of the cutest shirts. Look at this one. Easily distracted by chickens. I would have got this one if they had it my size, but guess what? They don't. I tried to get Michael to get this one, but he said no. Then we came home, and by the time we got to the house, it was time to leave. My son had to go to his practice, and so here I am. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys about how Michael's always trying to steal my joy, and how he's all the time shooting down my ideas, and how he just tries to burst my bubble all the time. Listen, while I was at Goodwill, I bought me a little hat to wear when we're hunting mushrooms because it's turkey season. Well, lo and behold, on the way home, we saw a turkey standing beside the road. And I told him, I said, oh, there's a turkey standing beside the road. I said, it's turkey season. I said, I could just, that turkey and with my, and I said, it is turkey season, I said, but I don't have a license. We are in a car. I said, that's probably illegal, And he was just like laughing at me, and he was like, yeah, and he was like, I don't think you can a turkey from a car with that. He's like, Joe, and he was like, a turkey is 90% feathers. Good luck with that. And I was like, don't shoot me down. Don't be my negative Nelly. He was just laughing at me because he was like, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with your wild idea. It's not going to work. There's no way in this world that's going to work. Right, honey? Honey. the other one. Mm-mm. And I guess it's time to scoop. A little